The Strange Realm of the Brave Warrior. Chapter 1, Crossing Through the Bathhouse. Qin Ci, 20 years old, a junior in the Department of Mechanical Engineering of Baidu University of Science and Technology, is the end of the class in terms of grades, and is an invisible person on the street in terms of appearance, and the only thing that can show his hand is probably his in-depth research on strategy games and online novels. His roommates always jokingly called him a greasy otherworldly quasi-brave. Late that night, he soaked in the old bathhouse downstairs in the dormitory, reading the plot of the online article he had just finished reading, and couldn't help but chuckle in his heart, who believes this kind of start? Isn't it just a pool and crossed? As a result, one did not stand firm, and really slipped and fell into the water. When he woke up from the icy water, he saw a forest shrouded in purple mist, the sky was as dark as ink, and he stepped on sticky lichen under his feet. Next to it lay a long sword blackened by lightning. Ding! Brave Qin Ci, welcome to the Luz continent. A mechanical voice sounded in his head, and then, a transparent blue interface appeared in front of him. Brave level, 1 brave trait, obscenity, strengthens the ability to survive and escape, brave specialty, mouth escape LV.3, touching the fish LV.5. Hey? That's too true, isn't it? Qin Ci's eyes widened, and he regretted for the first time that he didn't wear underwear to take a bath. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 2, The Dog's Life Begins to Dawn. On the first night of the Atlas, Qin Ci was almost chased by a talking lizard. He relied on the obscene dodge technique and mouth escape skill, crying and selling miserably, and actually moved the lizard and won its approval. My name is Kalu, and I am a holy beast that came out of the earth in search of destiny. My name is Qin Ci, and I came out of the bathhouse to look for pants. With a frowning forehead without eyebrows, Kalu finally decided to take Qin Ci as a partner, and also took him to the human city-state of Helian Fort. Helianburg is a border city, and the lord of the city is a cold female general named Yuding, who is cold as a frost knife and is full of joy and anger. However, Qin Ci was arrested and imprisoned for stealing other people's grilled fish on the street, and happened to be escorted to be the city lord's personal life assistant. For the first time in his life, he had close contact with a beautiful woman, and he only felt, this is not a love brain, this is a death flag, right? Underscore 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 un. Chapter 3, Generals and Swindlers. Yuting is a legendary figure in the otherworldly war, with strong skills and resourcefulness, but there is only one weakness, he does not understand the world. And what about Qin Porcelain? Is the best at observing words and feelings, and is the best at lying and fooling. He relied on his 3-inch tongue to brainwash Yuting from a female god of war who does not smile to a life hedonist who human beings should eat more barbecue to be happy. Gradually, Yuting really began to listen to Qin Ci's advice and opened a late-night fried chicken stall in the barracks, which was very popular with the soldiers. At the same time, Qin Ci discovers a secret, Yuting's ancestral sword is sealed with the power of an ancient demon god. And this power is only ineffective against people with lewd qualities. That is, only he can get close to the sword. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 4, Obscene Opening and Escalating. One night, the military camp was attacked by an army of demonic beasts from another world, and Yuting faced it alone, almost seriously injured. Qin Ci gritted his teeth and controlled the magic sword, unexpectedly liberating its initial power. The name of the sword is Chili, which seals part of the soul of the flame demon god Heian, and shows an unusually friendly attitude towards Qin Ci. You are the first human in this 100 years who is not afraid of my burning, and I want to give you the heart of fire. Qin Ci, I'm not afraid because I slip by habit. But there is no way, the upgrade system directly explodes, he soars from LV.1 to LV.15, and obtains a new skill, Searing Words, which has a flame auxiliary performance when lying, which greatly improves his credibility. In this way, he went from a fishing boy to a think tank in the army. Underscore 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 un. Chapter 5, The Valley of the Dead. The Allied forces of Hellenberg are secretly corrupted, and a great war is about to break out. In the Valley of the Dead, the resurrected necromancer Imanto is gathering an army to overthrow the human order, and his real goal is actually the Red Sword. Qin Ci leads the Heart of Fire and embarks on an adventure with Yuting and Kalu. In the Valley of the Dead, Qin Ci faced the biggest choice in his life. 1. Give up your strength and run for your life, and continue to be a molester who survives. 2. Swallow the last seal of the chilly sword, live in symbiosis with the soul of the demon god, and gain the ultimate combat power. I want to be scrappy too, but I don't want you to die. He chose to swallow the seal, his body lit up with golden flames, and his words became coercive and convincing. Lay down your weapons and get out of here. Tens of thousands of undead will explode automatically. This victory shook the entire continent, and Qin Ci was canonized as Helion strategist, second only to Yuding. Chapter 6, The King of the Other World? Peace seems to have finally come, and Yuting is gradually moved by this obscene and sincere man. But the system suddenly prompts. The host has completed the main story. Do you want to go back to the original world? He looked at it all, friends, battlefields, love, the popular snack fried chicken. Qin Ci suddenly understood that this was not the other world he had unexpectedly descended on, but the new life that he had chosen by fate. He clicked, no. And at the end of the system, he asked, how do you define yourself? He replied, obscenity is never an escape, but an alternative persistence. I am not a brave man, I am a living man. Chapter 7, The Gate of Hell Opens, Destiny Restarts. Just as Qin Ci was enjoying the pinnacle of life in Helion Castle, a golden red crack suddenly appeared in the northern sky, like a giant mouth tearing open the sky, and a thick breath of death poured out from it. Kalu noticed the abnormality for the first time, rushed into the conference hall, and screamed, Old Qin. Wrong. That breath comes from Hell Gate. The Hell Gate, according to legend, is the prison where the Void Plague Beast is sealed. Once it is broken, it will unleash eternal silence, a calamity that consumes all life and soul. The system prompt appears, side plot open, Call of Hell Rift. Mission objective, seal the Hell Gate. Rewards, God level obscene skill ×1, memory regression item ×1. Qin Ci frowned, memory regression props? This is something that can go back to Earth? For a moment, the hope of returning to this world flashed through his mind. But what appeared in front of his eyes was Yuting's soft eyes, the fragrance of fried chicken in the middle of the night, and the figure of the silent guardian. Now is not the time to make a choice. Chapter 8, The Void Messenger and the Nightmare Village. In order to seal the Hell Gate, Qin Ci led a team to go deep into the night-devouring forest to find the 10,000-word stone tablet, one of the 3 artifacts that sealed. On the way, they arrive at a cursed village called Gying Village. The inhabitants of the village were all asleep, and a twisted smile appeared on their faces. In the night, a messenger of nothingness dressed in a black veil appeared, calling himself Mengwei. Her voice murmured like a nightmare, Brave Qin Ci, your words will determine the fate of this world. Mengwei put forward a condition, as long as you hand over the scorching words skill, I will let the villagers wake up. But Qin Ci had already seen through the scheme. He rebelled against the army and launched the Mouth Escape, Burning Words Advanced Version, brainwashing the Void Messenger into a die-hard foodies. This fried chicken. More worthy of existence than nothingness. With tears in his eyes, he became a Hell agent and volunteered to help him collect the whereabouts of the Plague Beast. Chapter 9, The Sleep and Runaway Power of the Feather Garden. Just as Qin Ci set out to find the second artifact Star Thunder Armor, Yuting was suddenly attacked, accidentally exposing the hidden disaster beast factor in his body. It turns out that she has been the container of the Hell Gate disaster since she was a child, and when the crack of hell expands, this power gradually awakens. Yuting fell into a deep coma, black flame lines appeared on his body, and his demonic energy was churning, and the soldiers in the army were panicking. Qin Ci stayed in front of the bed for several nights, and finally chose to use the memory regression item in the system reward, to enter the memory world of Yuting. There, he saw that Yuting as a child was sitting alone on the top of the mountain, afraid to touch other people, and there was no starlight in his eyes. Why are you near me? Yuting in memory asked. Qin Ci looked at her and said softly, because I'm the same. I never thought anyone would believe me. He used his mouth to heal her inner nightmare, and also awakened Yuting in the real world. At that moment, she took the initiative to kiss him, and the corners of her mouth curled slightly. In the future, don't just live obscenely, try to protect us openly. underscore 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 un. Chapter 10, The Final Battle, Black Ash Sky. The gates of hell eventually cracked open completely, revealing the void beast Blackburn, whose body was like a sea covering the sky, silently devouring all things, and the air was filled with despair. The combined forces of the alliances of various countries could not block it for half a point, until Qin Ci wore the 3 artifacts. Stone Tablet of 10,000 Languages, strengthens the mouth to infect enemy troops. Star Thunder Armor, convert language to lightning entity. Chili Sword, fusion of fire and will. The final form of Burning Heavenly Court is born. He jumped into the air and shouted at the black fire. I'm not a hero, I'm not a saint. I'm just a normal guy who fell out of the bathhouse, but today, I want you to hear me. The stone tablet of 10,000 words emits a rainbow light, and his language transforms into the resonance of the world, attracting the will of all life and shattering nothingness. At the moment when the black flame collapsed, people all over the continent heard his voice. It was not a slogan, but to be alive is in itself the greatest confrontation. Underscore 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 un. Conclusion: indecency will never be extinguished, and blood is burning. 5 years later, Hellenberg had become the world's culinary and military center. Yuding and Qin porcelain have become the protagonists of otherworldly mythology. Kalu opened a chain skewer shop, and Meng Wei became the main writer of the review platform. Qin Ci often said to newcomers in class, "You don't need to be a hero, as long as you learn to see the right time and live for a long time, you can have the last laugh." The young apprentice asked him, "How did you survive?" He touched his nose and smiled. "By mouth."